Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Cast Track. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing this with your friends. Today's episode is with my dear friend, Geordie MacPherson. Geordie was born in Ottawa, Ontario, and he tells me that his landing place was Earth. Okay. Geordie enjoys living with his amazing partner of over 25 years and their cat, Spencer, on an acreage close to Calgary. I I heard told that he was having a big party for all of us this next year, right? Anyway, besides Geordie's loved ones, he is passionate about what he gets to do each and every day. He calls himself a workaholic, and although others may think it's a bad thing, he loves it and the people that he gets to work with every day. He tells me that he recalls the old sitcom Cheers, a place where everyone knows your name and where their experiences and lives with each and the experiences and lives with each other. Tundra is Geordie's Cheers. Mine is being a bar in Boston. Right. When he's not working, he's learning something, trying to help someone solve a problem, or passing around building and fixing stuff. So awesome. Friends, you'll find his full bio attached. Geordie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. So now I've been told I'm doing a party for a whole bunch of people, so we'll have to see. I think 15 is probably the right amount of numbers for the number of friends I have. But if we invite your friends, definitely we'll take advantage of the acreage.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to be at the acreage. It's awesome.
Make sure there's wine and food there for
Oh
everybody.
gosh, yes. Oh
Uh,
yes. Thanks, Geordie. Are you ready for the questions we sent you?
yeah, as ready can be.
Cool.
Definitely got me thinking.
Well, I know, hey, that first one especially, what's been your biggest challenge or challenges in the last few months? I'm very curious to hear.
Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, no, honest to God, it's when you sent me those questions, first thing came on my mind is I know 2020 has been challenging for pretty much everybody. If somebody says, no, it's been awesome, then I want to meet that person. Um, I think as I would describe it, is leaving 2019, Tundra had its best year ever. We, being in Alberta, we actually felt that things were actually turning around a little bit for us. And then it just felt like if we had to envision, there's a table setting that was ready to go for a family dinner, and then somebody just came over and flipped it over. And it's felt like it's been kind of disrupted that way through this whole time.
Yeah.
But I, honest to God, it's when you ask me that question, I'm there thinking, I really don't have any greatest challenges. Initially that was my thoughts, just because I have a lot of things going for me. Been recognized for our peers, the Cheers Group and CPHR, been recognized at the organization. I'm working, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I love the people I work with. And then I thought, man, this is going to be a boring session if I actually come in with that. So then I stepped back, and I I think my biggest challenge, what it came down to, is time. If I had to think about it, and during this everything that's going on, you can't help to step back and kind of reflect and realize that you have a limited time with all these challenges that we're being presented with. It's I'm working late nights, and I have friends coming to me, and they want help, and time always seems to be a factor. Never enough time. And I think even us, as an example, I think you've asked me to do this a while ago, and simply put, I haven't had time. Everybody's busy. You talk to everyone, and that would be the excuse of 2020 is I'm busy.
Yeah.
And it's not that time management isn't the issue. It's just the outcome of what we actually the result of, I guess, of all this chaos that presented to us. And with work, my role involves HR and technology, two of the things that people love to do, and I get to do both of them. But that's two areas that were really challenged, and with all the stuff that's going on, meaning that now we're having to work from home, obviously back in the office, and so I had to make sure that technology is up and running, that we have a business around that's still successful as we move forward. And then you have the people side of things, which is probably the ones that have been impacted the most. So
Yeah.
making ensuring that they have the benefits in place, that everybody's taken care of. And but for me, that was the easy part. And the reason why it was an easy part is I have a great support system. So lovely CEO. And if those that have been watching Catherine's show, it's Iggy who's been on here before, but he has been the biggest supporter and an individual that has been there for me, I think. A person to actually bounce ideas off and share my thoughts. And if I needed a break, just to say, hey, I just got to pause. I
Yeah.
just got to go take that little bit of a break. In between all of this, I've been doing my executive coaching class. So that's almost like throwing an extra wrench inside there, but I was passionate about getting it done. But that was the balancing the work and the family. And I know that a lot of your viewers right now probably have a little bit harder because they have a family to take care of, or I have a loved one and it's I get to go home, and a cat's very easy. That's
Yeah.
honest to God, I don't mean to, and hopefully nobody sees this and gives me a little bit of shaming, but a cat can take care of itself, I find, for almost 3 days. Not that I love that, but the cat's a good friend to have. But stepping away all that, it's honest to God, it's that's where I looked and said, I've actually been very lucky throughout this to have the pleasure of working for an awesome company, all that. I think where I struggled with time is making times for friends. It's there's a lot of friends out there that have lost their jobs, that have been going through hardship, and they look at they're trying to go through their network and look for that friend that actually might be in a position to help, and they see human resources.
Yeah.
And human resources, well, he'll know how to rate resumes. He'll know how to actually get through some interviews, and he'll help me. He'll know where the jobs are. He has inside scoop.
Yeah.
And when you're balancing everything else, and you don't have necessarily the time to allocate to those individuals, it's it was something that it caught me off guard, I think, a little bit, because I was really invested inside work and I wasn't necessarily taking the time to meet with my friends and making sure that they're taken care of. And if anybody knows, I was joking about the 15 friends only. I have a few, but,
No, you do.
but then it's, I think the most hurtful thing and the heartbreaking stuff that's out there, it's you see those people as a hardship, but then I started to see a few friends that couldn't live with those hardships.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen a few postings, and how you're finding this out is on LinkedIn as an example. And you're just saying that these people are no longer with us. And I'll be honest, that crushed my soul.
No
That
kidding.
when you see that stuff happening, those are the challenges that you're just saying, hey, things got too tough
Mm-hmm.
for people to want to move on.
Mm-hmm. Very
And
sad.
yeah, so I think the shift that I had to make within my life is to make time for those friends. And honest to God, anybody watching this, it's if you're needing somebody just to reach out to talk to, is do me a favor. LinkedIn, call me, do whatever you need to do. But and life doesn't stop here. And there's so many good things going on. And I would say that I've heard on a few of your other podcasts is when there's chaos, there's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
It might just be waiting that extra day to find those opportunities. But I would say that that's my biggest challenge. And I'm obviously trying to do that without breaking up in tears and stuff. But it's yeah, I'll be happy when 2020 is done and looking forward to 2021 and having that party.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm holding you to it, buddy. And how about the 3 things that you want to share with everyone today?
Well, just going on that, it's that one. It's just as tough, I think, to think of, but a lot of it's easy. Um, Stuff that you've heard Stan Peak, and he'll probably appreciate this. But one is breathe. Honestly, God, I sit in meetings with staff, and I sit outside. And now that I'm talking with friends, and they explain the chaos that's happening, the panic they're going through, and how powerful it is. Just, you know what, breathe in, breathe out. And it really gives you that break in life. I think what it does is it helps remove the distraction that's out there, and allows you to be present in the moment, which is pretty powerful. And it's something that, well, be honest, we need to do it.
Yeah,
So everything that I know that lives on the planet Earth, because I've been on here for a few years, is we have to breathe as far as for humans to keep moving on. But and it's important when I say remove the distraction, is there is a lot of stuff out there to distract us. We talk U.S. politics. You're talking about COVID. A lot of misinformation. There's a lot of information, but a lot of information that there's nothing that we can do with it.
yeah, that's right.
That we can do, and it's sometimes it's just remove that. Give yourself a break. I shut down everything, and then it's get away from it a little bit, just so that I can kind of just be in the present.
Yeah.
The second one is you're not alone. And when I say that is you're not alone. If you lost your job, there's other people that have lost their jobs out there, and there's systems in place to help take care of that. You're not alone in the sense that, in my example, here I am, I'm working quite a few hours, but I'm not alone doing this, that I can count on a great team to support me. I got a great leader that I can go to seek advice, whether it's for the simple stuff or for the hard stuff, but you're not alone. And the third one, it's I like to think I'm known for doing this, but and we enjoy doing it, but laugh.
Yeah, you do.
So I love laughing. I love actually making jokes and having fun. And that to me, that's our culture here at Tundra, is that sometimes you don't take things as seriously as it may seem that you need to take it. It's be lighthearted. It's sure, it's tough out there, but try to find the positives. And there's a lot of things that are going on that are positive. Have a joke. It actually does. It's when you got me thinking, that's what came up with this cheers. It's Tundra is my cheers, where we have a lot of fun and a lot of laughters. And I try to take that to my friends as well, call them up. It's if you pick up the phone, I'm gonna honest to God, it's if somebody calls me and sounds like something's way off, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. 2% of it will be serious, but have a good laugh. It's important, and I think we need it more than ever.
I agree.
So those were the three things that I thought that I probably would want to leave with folks.
I love them. So good. Words of wisdom, my dear friend.
Thank you. That's well, here we are.
And what about your good news or legacy or opportunity story?
I thought when you said legacy inside there, I'm thinking, oh man, I still have a long ways to start leaving a legacy. Hopefully, if there's a legacy that it's, but I don't think it's for me to leave is that as laughter and kindness, and making sure that these are the times where we actually have to step up. There's a lot of not-for-profits that are out there that need our help to make sure that they're staying above water. So if you're in the position to donate. If you're in the position to help a friend buy a meal or get some groceries, do that. But I don't think I'm alone that way. I'm going to say the good news that I went with is a good news story is that I'm here. I'm talking with you.
Oh.
Life doesn't get much better than that. We're I think on the grand scheme of things, we're healthy, we're happy, and it's and just be in the moment, appreciate it, and if we're not doing this stuff, then how can we help our other friends?
That's right.
That's my good news is that I'm here talking to you. It's looking forward to celebrating from this. We've already have a party set up now. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that's going to come from this. So
a carrot in the calendar.
Ooh, but it sounds like we're going to have lots of fun.
Oh yes, and we will in the meantime too.
Absolutely. So
Geordie, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time, and I know you're a busy guy, and I knew you'd have lots of really good stuff to say. I really appreciate it.
oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing this for everybody. It's keep doing the good that you keep providing, Catherine. And yeah, and hopefully it's we'll see each other in 2021 at a party.
We will for sure. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to do that.
You're not. Oh, everybody, that's Geordie MacPherson. Oh my goodness. Get to know him if you don't, and watch what Tundra and SSI are doing. What a cool, cool culture. We need to model what they're doing over there. Everyone should. Amazing. Thanks so much for joining us on Cast Track, and we'll see you next time.